at Miami's community newspapers. Today I'm with Lucas Castillo and his mom, Martha. Lucas is a special needs sibling. Your brother is Matthew. Let's talk about Matthew. Tell me about your brother, Matthew.
Matthew has a rare syndrome called Phelan-McDermott syndrome. He can't talk. He can't do normal stuff like everyone else. I mean, he has barely autism, but he has some autism. But it's mainly the syndrome.
Okay.
He has seizures. We have to take a medication for the seizures. And it's very life-threatening.
Let me ask you a question, Lucas. Do you remember when realizing that your brother had a disability?
Like, remember when he had a disability?
Like, do you remember, like, when you were 4 or 5 years old, that you kind of like became aware that your brother had a disability?
Yeah, I already knew that he had a disability by that point.
By what point?
By 4 to 5 years old.
About 4 to 5. Okay. Yeah.
Actually, when I was at that age, he started confusing me, and then I started copying him because I thought what he was doing was right.
And does he copy you?
No. Not
too much. Okay. So, and you've kind of become an advocate for your brother and also for other kids with disabilities, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that.
I spoke in the Phelan-McDermott fundraiser that my mom did.
Mm-hmm.
And
he presents like the raffle, which is a big deal.
Okay.
He shows all the items and everything like that, and speaks at the fundraiser, which is a big step for him to speak in front of so many people. And his school also has helped fundraise for the foundation. Okay. So that's been a nice component, having his school involved.
For people that don't know what Phelan-McDermott syndrome is, Martha, what is it?
So it is a genetic disorder. It is on the 22nd chromosome, on the bottom tip, which is the Q arm. And just that small mutation is where all his global delays are pretty much come from. So it's a chromosomal issue, basically, on that 22nd chromosome. And we discovered that through genetic testing.
Okay. Did you know when he was born that he had Phelan-McDermott?
No. At that moment, we didn't know he had a syndrome. We knew that he was delayed in all his milestones. And being that they were twins and he was advancing his milestones and Matthew wasn't, that was a red flag to our family. So as we started doing testing and things like that, we went to a neurology and to a team of specialists. And they suggested doing genetic testing. And that's where we found out that he had this Phelan-McDermott syndrome, which we really had no idea what that was. We were lost.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. And then we started doing some research and discovered the foundation, which has been our resource for 10 years now.
Now, this was 2013 when he was born?
Yes.
So things have changed quite a bit, even in the autism world.
Oh, yes.
As far as awareness.
Definitely. Definitely. You know, like I say, some children might have autism only, but then some may not realize it could derive. There are so many rare diseases out there. It could derive from a chromosomal issue like our son's.
Let me ask you a question, Lucas. At school, do your friends ever ask about your brother?
Not really.
When they come to your house?
No.
No?
They never really ask.
Okay. And how has it been living with a brother with Phelan-McDermott?
I mean, like a few years ago, he would always annoy me. Like, he'd keep annoying me. Like, when I'm playing a game, for example, he'll keep bothering me, and it's really annoying to deal with.
Just being like mischievous, right?
Yeah, my parents have to give attention to him. A lot of attention to him. And just hard to live with.
Well, what does it feel like when your parents give him more attention?
It's just that they have to take more care of him than me. I have to be a bit more independent. I mean, they give me a lot of attention too. But they have to give him a lot of attention as well. But the last few years, like from the insurance, I don't know if it's the insurance. We got this lady to come to our house that takes care of him from 5 to 9, something like that.
A home health aid.
Yeah, and the insurance pays for her completely. We don't have to pay.
Okay, cool.
And then that gives us the freedom to be able to do things with him only. It gives us that freedom that we didn't have before.
And are things getting easier for you as you get older?
A bit more. Because I become more independent. This lady came, which helps us a lot. And, yeah, that's it.
But you love your brother, right?
Yeah, I love him.
Okay, good. You take good care of him, right?
But he's really annoying.
But you know what, though? Like, I had an older brother and a younger sister, and my sister was super annoying, too. So you're not the only one, okay?
Yeah.
That's just like, and that might be his way of just showing you that he loves you and he's thinking about you, just being mischievous.
Yeah.
Now, Martha, when Matthew was born, you said there was only 700 cases in the whole world.
When he was diagnosed with the syndrome at age 3,
okay,
he was 1 in 700 in the whole world. And now it's about 1 in 4,000. I don't know the exact number, but around 4,000.
Which is still a tiny amount of people, compared to a population like 8 billion people, I think we're at right now.
Yeah. I mean, there's just more and more diagnoses. As people do more genetic testing, we find out more and more. There's probably way more people. And there's even adults now with the syndrome as well.
Really?
That back then there was not really a name for it,
But I mean, it's not a thing you can mask. I mean, if you have it, like, it's pretty obvious you have something, right?
Yeah. And I knew since he had so many delayed milestones, like he didn't walk until the age of 3, things that are not really a typical autistic child would have. I'm like, low muscle tone. I'm like, there's something else. It's not just the autism that they're telling me. There's way more.
Now, I'm curious because, like, as we all know, autism, you can't test for it.
Right.
It's all like signs and symptoms, how you present. You can test for this before the baby's born?
No, unfortunately, when I was pregnant, that was not an option.
Not an option.
No, they could test for like more known syndromes, let's just say, but not for this one because it's so small.
Okay.
That would be nice for the future, though, to be able to have that.
Yeah, who knows?
That option.
Medicine's the way it's advancing.
Yeah.
But, with 1 in 4,000 people, there's probably not a lot of pressure to get that kind of testing because it's like so rare.
That's the issue we're having. We can't really move forward with the science because it's so rare and not many people know about it. That's why we do the fundraisers and the foundation. We have one, thankfully, because disease is even more rare than Matthew's that don't even have a foundation, that don't have anything. So
yeah, the second syndrome actually called trio.
Called trio?
Trio. It doesn't really affect him much. The only thing that really affected him was that they're doing testing for like a treatment or cure, and he couldn't be part of it because he had 2 syndromes.
And what is trio? Do you know?
Not really. You could ask her.
No. Trio is the thing is trio is even more rare than Phelan-McDermid syndrome. It's on the 5th chromosome.
100 cases.
There were like 100 cases in the whole country. I don't know how many there are now. There is a website called teamtrio.org, but there isn't really much. But based on what the doctors are telling us, it's more the Phelan-McDermid syndrome is where he has all the issues from. Because I see children with trio that are way more functioning than Matthew. So if I have to choose to focus on one, it's going to be the Phelan-McDermid, where I see a foundation, where I see clinical trials, where I see more. What he's saying is that Matthew doesn't qualify, unfortunately, for any of the clinical trials because one of the requirements is to have, you have to just have, it's clear data, right? You have to have the one syndrome. Since he has 2, we're going to mess that up. And I understand. Right. But it's frustrating because he got frustrated, like, wow, my brother can't get any treatment or any attention because of these 2 diagnoses.
Let me ask you a question, Lucas. Because, I've got an autistic daughter, and I try to be as good a dad as I can to her little brother because, my daughter does require a lot more attention. If you were talking to the parents of other kids with disabled kids, what would you want those parents to know?
I'd like them to know that you're lucky that you don't have someone that's even harder to deal with. They could have more side effects. That
things could be worse.
Things could be worse.
And what would you want to know about you as the brother?
It's very stressful to deal with.
Very stressful. And how do you deal with the stress?
I deal with the stress not really the best way. Lock the door in my room.
Okay.
So they can't get in.
And are you part of like a group of brothers and sisters of special needs brothers and sisters? No. They have that, right?
I actually didn't know.
Yeah, they have it, and you might enjoy it. Like I go to a group called Just for Dads, and all the kids are autistic, and it's a lot of fun for me to be around other dads who are kind of in the same boat,
Oh, wait. So I actually did go to one of these groups, but the thing is, all of them were girls.
Well, they do have some that are boys and girls.
Yeah, he did go to one in UM Card, actually. And they were all girls, coincidentally. But with that being said,
it would be really stressful. I understand that.
What else did you say about it that you didn't like? How are their siblings? They only had what?
They had boy siblings.
No, but they had what? Those siblings?
Only autism.
Only autism, not really rare diseases. So it was hard for him to relate to it.
Well, let me ask you a question. Okay, how many other kids in Dade County have got Phelan-McDermott?
That's the thing. I only know about 5 or 6 cases.
And they're all spread around the county, probably.
Yes, exactly.
So getting together would be pretty tough.
Or how about rare diseases in general? It would be nice, like even cerebral palsy or other syndromes. There's got to be, because it's hard to relate because it's a different demographic. It really is.
You know what? Like I'm thinking, like CARD might not be for you just because they only deal with autism, but there are groups like Parent to Parent or the Advocacy Network that they work with, the whole spectrum of disabilities, and maybe you reach out to one of them and try to put together a group, because you've got Fragile X, cerebral palsy, because then there's a lot more kids.
Rett syndrome is another one,
and Down syndrome, what have you, and then the possibility of having a group for him might be even easier.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And actually, Matthew's school is Great Heights Academy, which is an amazing school.
Yes, it's a great school.
And the director, Kia, she actually had a couple of years ago a sibling group that he went to a few times.
And what happened to that one?
I don't think there was enough enrollment.
Okay.
And it was just, the school does so many amazing things. Yeah, it was hard to but I would love them to bring it back if they could.
But, maybe you go to, like I said, a Parent to Parent Advocacy Network.
Yeah, and it wasn't just girls at that thing. It was a way more diverse.
Yeah, boys. I mean, at your age, you want to be around boys. I get it,
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Now, we were talking on a more serious note about getting your boy Matthew services. And that because Phelan-McDermott is so rare that for Medicaid, you guys are good. Mm-hmm. But then when you cross to the private insurance side, you're not good because they don't recognize it. Tell me about that, Martha.
Yeah, no, it's stressful because when he was before he turned 2 years old, I couldn't get him into therapy, even though I knew from when he was born, being that, again, they were twins. I saw milestones. I saw Matthew not having any milestones. Mm-hmm. I wanted to get him to therapy as a baby.
Yes.
And it was really hard because I didn't have any diagnosis of anything. And they don't typically give you diagnosis of autism until the age of 2. Mm-hmm. So finally, at the age of 20 months, before he turned 2, I was able to get that diagnosis for therapy reasons, for insurance reasons. And on paper, he does have autism. Mm-hmm. Because I need it for his services. Mm-hmm. Because insurance companies are not going to recognize these rare diseases like Phelan-McDermott syndrome, or I'm speaking for the other syndromes too, like Rett syndrome or Fragile X or
Prader-Willi. Yes,
exactly. So we need a shift with that.
Fragile X, really?
I'm not sure, but probably not. I think they just go more by autism.
The big ones.
The big ones, exactly.
Which is not fair.
No, it's not. It definitely isn't. I'm really happy with the Medicaid. Matthew has a Medicaid waiver. Mm-hmm. That on the application, it did say Phelan-McDermott syndrome. I was so happy to see that. And that was because of the Phelan-McDermott Syndrome Foundation that's pushing to make the syndrome visible. Mm-hmm. We need visibility is what we need across all the syndromes.
And how do you need that, but how do you think, what would be the fix with the insurance companies?
I don't know. It's a hard one. That's a challenging one.
But it's going to take legislation because you have to force it.
It's going to take legislation.
Because they won't do it out of the kindness of their hearts.
No, absolutely not. It's going to take some sort of legislation, someone big that can push this. And I know the foundation is doing everything they can on their end. Like they did it with Medicaid. Why can't they do it with the insurance?
Yeah.
I'm sure we could have more of a push.
Well, they probably with insurance, they probably get more pushback. Yeah. It was with the federal government, you could just, pass legislation, but then they're not going to fight back. But the insurance companies are going to fight.
They're going to fight.
Every last thing.
Fight.
Yeah.
So recently, Matthew lost his hours with ABA therapy.
Why?
It was just one day to the next. They didn't think it was medically necessary. So
what?
So I remember.
Oh yeah.
And you were actually was very upset about it.
And you were crying.
Yeah, and you were very upset about it because he knows how much his brother needs these therapies.
What was the justification for saying he doesn't?
They don't give explanation. Insurance companies. It just said not medically necessary. They also say because he's 13 years old, he's already. As kids get older, special needs kids, they're like, well, nothing worked. Why are we going to keep investing money in something that's not going to work for this child? Like that's it. Like basically giving up, which is really sad.
That's not true. It doesn't work because it's reinforcement.
Of course, and he has improved dramatically, but.
Really?
Yeah, but these insurance companies are trying to save money.
What they expect is for Matthew to be able, like speech therapy, what they expect is that Matthew will be able to talk in the future. Physical therapy, they think he's going to get like strong or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But with speech therapy, he has a device. He's communicating through a device.
Is it working?
Yeah. And physical therapy, he has hypotonia, he has low muscle tone. So it is helping. Occupational therapy, wow. Talk about functional living skills, which is what kids like him need.
Like what?
To live. Like brushing your teeth, potty training, dressing. The things that people take for granted is what Matthew needs care for every day. So I filed an appeal. And thankfully...
You filed an appeal with the insurance company?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And after a fight, we got the hours back. They wanted to reduce it. He had 22 hours just to make it short. Mm-hmm. And I'm fight for 15 or 10 hours. Absolutely not. I'm going to fight for the full 22 hours because he needs it. I'm not making this up. Mm-hmm. And he got the 22 hours back.
And did you use an advocate? Like how did you because they say don't be your own lawyer. Were you your own lawyer or did you get an advocate?
I was my own lawyer. But I was going to take that. If they were going to reject me, I was prepared to get an advocate. Our family was going to do that. And it might need to happen in the future because as he gets older, they're going to want to wean off of those of those therapies little by little. They've already tried to reduce physical therapy a couple times. I went to an orthopedic recently. Uh-huh. And the orthopedic said, absolutely, he needs physical therapy. And he wrote a letter of medical necessity. So when they submit the evaluation, he's going to still get the maximum. He's getting the maximum of everything right now. With the insurance. He's thankfully at 13, he's still getting 3 hours of speech, 3 hours of OT, 3 hours of PT a week.
That's
plus the 22 hours of ABA.
And do you find it being a double-edged sword in the sense that if you say he's improved too much, they want to cut back?
I mean, it's all data driven. So those therapists, they have their data there and they're showing they have goals that they have to put in those evals every 6 months. So they're showing what goals he has accomplished, mm-hmm. what goals can we work on now. There's always room for progress and room for improvement, especially with a kid like Matthew mm-hmm. that's going to constantly need that guidance and care. Because let's just face it, our reality is he won't be independent. So we need to give him the best we can, especially academics are important, but I'm more realistic now that functional living and life skills are really more important. And Lucas has always told us that how competent Matthew is, how smart he is. And, we thought, as parents, my husband and I, right? What tell us?
Oh yeah, it's a fun story. So basically, Matthew kept watching baby stuff on his iPad. You guys kept talking to him in a squeaky voice.
And almost like a baby.
And in school he was still doing the alphabet, or doing numbers 1 to 10, or learning the colors. So then we tried these boards things, or these letter boards. I mean, we don't do them now because my parents got really tired of them. But so basically, this lady came to our house, and then she gave Matthew a paragraph on types of birds, or a story, whatever. And at the end, he had to answer questions. My parents were like, "No way, he's not going to be able to do this," and he actually ended up doing really good on it. And I proved the fact that he's not stupid. He's very smart, actually.
And how do you know your brother's smart?
Because he was able to answer those stuff on the board, like the birds. Oh, and something else is that he did this IXL diagnostic for a time, where he did 5 questions on stuff that I didn't even know. They were high school level, and he got all of them correct.
That's amazing. Let me tell you something about your parents that you might not understand. Because we're older and you're the same age as your brother, you see things that we don't see.
True.
You totally see things that we don't see. So it's not that we're being mean or not trying to help the kids, but because you're at the same age as your brother, and also you understand your brother in a way that we as adults, we can no longer understand kids. So that might explain sometimes why your parents do things that you don't really understand.
Mm-hmm. But he's right. I mean, even before the letter boards happens, you were like, stop talking to him like a baby. Let him be more independent. Don't take him out of the car. Let him get out of the car by himself, mm-hmm. and things like that.
And what would you say?
No. He needs help because we were very protective of Matthew. Mm-hmm. We are very protective of Matthew, but he's like, let him go. Let him be more independent. I always underestimate Matthew, I feel like, and he never did. So when we found out how competent he really was, like with those letter boards, I mean, he spelled out mockingbird like perfectly fine.
Really?
Yeah. The reason we
That's
stopped,
a tough one. Mockingbird.
No, he could spell out everything. The thing is, it's about regulation, right? He doesn't have the regulation. He has something called apraxia, right? Like having the motor control to really be able to spell mockingbird. It would take a long time, but he can't do it. It's just the regulation and the motor control is the issue. So why he was getting more stressed with it. So that's what we decided to go with a device, a wonderful device called Tobii Dynavox, which is easier with a touch of a finger. Then they've personalized the program to his needs.
That's great.
Which is great. So
I just hopefully one day hope that he could type on it.
Because it has a keyboard.
It has a keyboard. It's just that we don't use it because he still needs to get to that level.
Yeah, it's, a lot of patience, a lot of baby steps.
And he's only 13. I mean, there's a lot of development going on. The human brain doesn't stop developing until 25. So there's a lot going on there.
Maybe by 18 he could type on it.
You never know.
Yeah.
And another thing about moms especially, your mom will never stop being overprotective.
Yeah.
Like me as a dad, I'm always like pushing my kids, stop babying them. But my wife, a mom, she's always going to be a mom.
My brother actually seems to like my dad more than my mom.
So he's actually right about that. Like, I don't know what it's about Matthew. Like, it's something with the male figure. He gravitates towards my husband, his dad, and uncles, male cousins, male teachers, male therapists, male counselors. Like, it's like he sees like a security figure over them. I don't know what it is.
Who knows?
Yeah. It's crazy.
With little kids, you never know.
Yeah.
So tell me more stuff. So you were actually like, I saw in the questionnaire that you believed in your brother. You were the first one before even your parents, right?
Yes, but the first one in his life.
And how did that feel?
I just feel like, why are you guys treating him like a baby? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, he's 13. 13, you're not a baby anymore.
Yeah. No, this wasn't 13, but like 9 or 10. Still, just don't stop talking in that squeaky voice. On his iPad when he's watching YouTube Kids, don't put these baby stuff for him, like counting. And Dad, he should be watching stuff on his thing like roller coasters or skating or like whatever he likes. Like he likes to watch basketball highlights. That was probably the only thing that they put for him that was good. But my parents felt that he had nothing in there until the spelling boards. He may stop the spelling boards because of we were all getting really exhausted. My brother was getting frustrated. Like my mom already said, he started doing the iPad instead, which has really helped. But the spelling boards taught us that he has a brain.
He does.
Yeah.
And he won't develop his brain unless you let him develop his brain. Let him use it. Okay.
That's why therapy is really important because that's all stimulation for his brain.
Yes. Now, your brother, he's annoying, but you've also said he's brought your family closer.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
He's gotten us all to have to take care of him. Like, my parents literally have to do everything for him. Like, everything. They have to feed him. They have to give him a shower. They have to change him. They have to, and he could do number 1 or number 2 at random times. And then they have to take him to the toilet and completely change him like multiple times a day. And when he goes into the pool, they have to lift him up so that he doesn't drink the pool water because he loves the pool water. You have to do all this stuff.
So how's it brought our family closer?
We have to work together on taking care of him. You mean I don't? I do like barely anything, okay? My parents do the most.
Yeah. But we're definitely stronger for it.
Yeah.
We're stronger. I mean, when you think you can't face certain things, I mean, I never imagined we were going to have a special needs child in our family, but God gave us Matthew for a reason. And yeah, I don't know how to explain it. He's just brought us closer together. We're just stronger for it. And what he's learned at a young age, I mean, talk about empathetic. You had another podcast on empathy. I saw it.
Yes.
And very empathetic. It's hard. No one understands our worlds. So thank you for having us because this is showing us a little bit of our worlds.
Yes, super important. Super important.
And it's hard. I mean, but we make it happen. We make it happen and we have a balance where even with the home health aid now, like he mentioned, gives us time to do things without him. Like just balancing both things.
It is very hard indeed. Especially the thing that hurts me the most is that I've always wanted to have a normal brother. Like I really want to have a normal brother. Like I would do anything to have a normal brother. Like there's these there's kids at my school that are twins, but their brothers are normal. They go to the same school, they're in the same grade, and it just gets me jealous every single time I see normal twins. Really jealous.
That's
Summer
normal.
camp also has twin boys, and that's been hard for him.
At school, there's twin boys. Yeah.
It's a very unique situation.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. I mean,
That's the hardest thing to see, twin boys that are normal.
Now, okay, so these are some of like the negative things. Have there been any positive things?
Positive things?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe she has an idea.
I mean, he's taught us, right, about resilience, right? About adapting, right?
I already adapted to the situation.
But it doesn't make it easy. It's still hard, right?
I know.
There's certain things we can't do, but I just think regardless, maybe it's something he'll understand when he's older, right? He's still young. For me, Matthew's still a blessing, even with all the challenges.
I think I'll be able to understand it more when I'm older.
You will.
Yeah.
You will.
My parents said that I don't have to take care of him when I'm old. Like when they're gone, I don't have to take care of him. He'll most likely be in like a house or something like that.
That we always hope that he'll always be watching his brother, but we don't never want to put that responsibility on him. We want him to have his life and his things, but always be there to be mindful of his brother and visit or whatever. It's a hard conversation, but
yeah, my wife and I, like, we all have the same conversation about talking to the siblings about what their role is going to be. And I always tell he's only 7, so he's really little, but I'll just always tell him, like, you know, she's always going to be your sister, you'll take care of her, but I never force him. But I do repeat it to him all the time. And, you know, even at 7, he does know his sister's different. Like one time I told him, it's like, oh, he asked me a question. I said, oh, because Chloe told me. And he's like, but Chloe doesn't talk. And he's only 5 years old. So like he knew. They
know. They definitely know. And now that they're getting older, we make sure we do things like, this was the first birthday where we had 2 separate parties. We've always had the same party for both. Like there's 2 unique children.
And that one party, what do you mean by that one party that like the other years was like more like me. It was just in the cake. That's it.
Okay.
But we make sure that we tailor to their needs.
Yeah.
It's 2 different, even though they're twins, it's 2 different worlds.
This year, my parents made sure that we both had 2 different parties. And at my brother's party, I had like 6 croquetas. Don't mind me.
A No Limits coffee shop.
Yeah.
I was there.
And I got a stomach ache, and
it was worth it.
Yeah, you saw it, but it was worth it. I almost felt like canceling my party.
Lucas, let me ask you a question. If one of your friends, like in your same grade, right, found out today that his brother was special needs, what advice would you give him?
Like his brother?
Imagine that you have a friend.
And then they have a brother, and they just found out their brother with special needs.
What advice would you give him?
You'll get used to it.
That's it?
I don't really
Anything
know.
else?
It's hard to deal with. Very hard to deal with.
Has it gotten easier as you get older?
Has it gotten easier? Yes, definitely has.
Yeah. Cool.
But I actually thought that we thought that he was gonna be a house by like 13. But it turns out he isn't. Like when I was like 9 years old or 10 years old, we were looking for houses, and he was going to those houses with us. And now my parents were thinking, like, we stopped because my mom was thinking, I'm seriously gonna be going to a house, like from my brother's perspective.
I don't understand.
That's probably what he's sorry. Like that's probably what my brother was thinking. Like, I'm seriously going to a house?
Yeah, because we took Matthew to these homes just to look at them.
Okay.
Imagine we took Matthew with us. And at that point, remember, the competence and all that, I'm like, oh, Matthew's like, why are you bringing me here? Like, you want to get rid of me.
Oh.
Type of thing. Does that make sense? Like, we took Matthew with us, not thinking he understood where we were taking him to. So it's a tough conversation. And we're very, very careful now what we say in front of Matthew. Now that we realize, wow, there's a lot in there.
Yeah.
Our conversations are very, very careful in front of him.
In what way?
Like if we want to talk about the group home,
But he's only 13. You're already talking about that?
We plan ahead. And we want to make sure that he's taken care of when we're not here. Mm-hmm. And as hard as it is, those are conversations that need to be had.
Have you been to Casa Familia?
That's where we're thinking.
Okay.
He's on a waiting list, to be honest, to go there. I mean, now they just built independent housing that they are going to have an ALF eventually. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to put Matthew anywhere. He's going to go to a place that I really trust. And that's my top place, actually.
Casa Familia. Yeah, it's right here in Kendall.
It's right by my house. Right by my house.
Super nice house.
Visit him.
Exactly.
When he's like 18.
We get to visit him, yes. But that's until he could go there as early as 18, yeah.
And when he is gone, we could go on more trips. Like, we could go to Europe, for example.
Like he says all his friends go to Europe. I'm like, well,
I didn't go to Europe till I was like 30
Thank you. You see? Yeah. Me neither.
I know. But
Disney every summer. But
like, everyone in my class has been to Europe.
Not everybody.
Not everybody. I guarantee you.
Everyone.
Not everybody.
Not everybody. I go, you're going to have your whole life to do all that stuff. But yeah, it does limit us on our adventures and travels.
Oh, in April, we're planning to go to Washington, D.C., but the thing is, you have all of the plans out. So he goes to an hotel when we go out on vacations.
A respite care center.
Yeah, you book it once a month. And you have to book it 2 months in advance. So everything is planned, but now it depends on that. My mom's going to book it 2 months in advance, and if they say no, all of our plans are done.
Okay.
Oh, it's called JAFCO. It's a nonprofit Jewish organization in Sunrise, Florida.
What does that stand for? Jewish?
I don't know what it stands for.
But JAFCO.
JAFCO.
I'm going to look them up. Okay.
And they were recommended to me by UM-CARD, actually.
Oh, okay.
And it's a respite care center in the state of Florida that all the families go to because it doesn't exist in Miami.
Yeah.
There's no respite care center here. So we drive 45 minutes and he stays there overnight. Oh, okay. So if we plan a cruise or we went on a hiking trip.
And does he like it? Like, is he happy with it when he goes there?
Yeah, he's been going there now for like 4 years and he loves it. They have 24-hour nurses, like staff. At first, it was a hard adjustment for him because he's like, where am I? But now, the last few times, he hasn't wanted to leave.
So
they have a whole facility there.
They're doing something right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and we only had this one situation. We were all the way in Boston, and then he got sick, and they're really strict about if you're getting sick, if you got a fever, then they're gonna kick you out, basically.
No, they're gonna send you home.
Yeah, they're gonna send you home.
Not kick you out.
Yeah, not kick you out on the streets. So we were in the middle of our trip in Boston, and we had to leave Boston. We had to leave our trip a week early because they're not gonna keep him.
Mm-hmm. So, like listening to you talk, Lucas,
and it sucked. It sucked. I mean, I didn't really care about traveling in the past, but it sucked.
It's hard. I understand. And as parents, we try to be as good to the little brothers or the older brothers or the same age brothers.
I did have the option in order to stay, but since I didn't really care about traveling in the past, I just decided to leave. But now, if I would have made that decision, I probably would have stayed.
Because he was with the cousins and all stuff. He could have stayed with the cousins. He didn't want to. But anyways, it's fine.
But yeah, I think I would stay now if I were in that position.
Well, Lucas, we're over time now. So we're going to be ending soon. Is there any last thing you want to say about being a sibling or advice?
I'm just very hard, simply. That's it. That's the only answer I have. There's nothing else to say.
How about you, Martha?
I told you everything.
Okay.
And I think she could say the most.
No, I mean, it is hard. We're not going to negate that. It's a very hard life. But when you're given lemons, you make lemonade, right?
Yes.
And as an adult, our perspective's different. I hope that as he grows to be an adult, he'll see the silver lining there. Because there is a blessing in disguise with all of this. God gave us Matthew for a reason, and as my faith is because I have faith because of that. So we'll just continue to do what we're doing, and I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. Now we know you're having a hard time. And like your mom said, I believe that God gives you things for a reason, but you have to look for the reason. That might not make sense right now, but as you get older, there's a reason why you are Matthew's brother, but only you can find out what that reason. Your mom can't tell you, your dad can't tell you. They can help you, but at the end of the day, the only person who can know the answer to that will be you. And as you get older, that will make sense. I know it's kind of complicated, but it'll make sense. Trust me. Okay. Now, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, no, it's an honor to have you guys talking. Lucas, I'm just very proud of you You've been very honest today, sharing everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that's super important,
We're
okay?
not going to have a kid in like a year.
We'll see. Listen, let's turn to the camera. We'll sign off, okay? So this has been the Autism Podcast with Lucas and Martha Castillo.